aanschoot? Er er nogen af jer skal have øl?
Jo tak.
Ja. It is day 3, IIHF World Hockey Championship, and our second game of the day from Royal Arena, featuring the Czech Republic and Mika Zibanejad and Sweden. Great start for Sweden in this tournament. 5 different goal scorers in their victory, led by Magnus Hellberg in net, 27 stops against Belarus. Meantime, David Riddick getting the start in net for the Czech Republic. Zibanejad had a goal in that win, along with Janmark, Raquel, Anderson, Gustav Nyquist, all finding the back of the net. And they go back to Magnus Hellberg, 6'6", 27 years of age, a second-round pick of Nashville back in 2011. And you'll probably know the name, David Riddick. Signed with Calgary back in 2016, 21 games, backing up Mike Smith this year with the Calgary Flames in his first men's World Championship as we are underway. Second game, Royal Arena, it will be loud. The Trey Kroner jerseys in the house as Malmo, Sweden, about a 25-minute train ride over the Öresund Bridge. They are here, they are loud, and they're cheering on this guy, but Zibanejad brings it in. Just jumped off his stick as he tried to send it across. Mika Zibanejad, one of many offensive threats on the Swedish side. Should be a good game, already a good atmosphere. As Sweden yet to allow a goal, Zibanejad taken down right at the far wall at the red line as he's tied up by Dominik Kubalik. Sweden changing on the fly. Slanica starts it up ice for the Czech Republic as that's fired into the corner. Guy to watch for the Czechs is Thomas Plekanec, wearing number 14. And he's on the ice right now, battling in the corner with Pettersson, the young man who lit up the SHL this year. As Pettersson gets knocked down. Neat little backhand. Pettersson back on the puck. Swings it up to the point. Big rip, and that didn't get through. A nice shot block in front, paying the price. That was a beautiful shot. Pettersson stepping into one. You got to sacrifice at the World Hockey Championship. Nyquist, the pass inside, all right through the blue paint. And not in time was Magnus Pajärvi, who was coming in late, but he couldn't get his stick on the puck. Good start for Sweden here, Mike Johnson.
They have come to play. They realized that the Czechs played last night, had a very emotional overtime win over Slovakia, and Sweden jumping early on in this game. Multiple chances in just the first couple minutes on David Riddick. Gustav Nyquist was one of them. Little give and go here at John Klingberg. There's the give. Throw it out to space like Klingberg say, oh, that's a pretty little sauce. Dump it in there, Klingberg skates into it. He tries to go backhand 5-hole. Riddick with a good stick to turn him aside. And you'll see a lot of that. What did we call Klingberg last game? He was a rover.
Mike Johnson's new name in IIHF play is not just defenseman. You can be a rover, which just means you just have free reign. Well, he did over the Belarusians, that's for sure. Fantastic game. So a lot of Larsons on the ice, including Adam Larsson down low, the Edmonton Oilers, battling for the puck. But it's the Czechs controlling in the offensive zone. Back to the point. Shot from distance, missing the mark. Up to Sulak. Fires on net, and that's high and right into the glove of Magnus Hellberg.
Magnus Hellberg had a shutout in the first game against Belarus. Sweden won 5-0. And they go to him once again, which tells you that they're thinking him as the #1 guy. He's going to be tested against the Czech Republic. Sweden and everyone in Group A saw what Russia has done so far, winning 2 games, 7-0 each one, knowing that right now they are in tough to contend with that.
Faksa, Haika, Chervenka up front for the Czech Republic as Faksa took a big hit. Pass across, Gustafsson down low as the defenseman was pitching in. And one thing we've learned, the back end of Sweden, they are not shy about jumping up in the play. As Gustafsson was racing in, back pass swung across, and that deflects. Another great opportunity. Janmark sent that across. It was picked off. 2-on-2 the other way. The Czechs fling the D was Faksa. Upended, shot from distance. Tough angle, no problem for Hellberg. And a good pace as Janmark gets hit right by that blue line. As Mattias Janmark felt the body. Janmark, third-round pick of Detroit back in 2013, now with the Dallas organization. As the chip and chase is on for Thomas Plekanec as he meets Larson behind the net. That's Adam Larson of the Edmonton Oilers. Long stretch pass up ahead. That's chipped in courtesy Dennis Everberg as he gets it in deep and gives chase. Puck moved up on the near wall and Sweden picks that off. A beautiful crowd here at Royal Arena as Oliver Ekman Larsson wheeling in, pass in front as they jam away at the side of the nets with Adrian Kempe of the LA Kings right there in the crease, but David Riddick makes the stop.
Well, the number one center for Sweden is Mika Zibanejad, and he's got to do it at both ends of the ice, which means winning faceoffs, good defensive positioning, and then skating off the puck. Get out of my way if you're in it, Radek Faksa, have a seat. As when you watch Mika Zibanejad play, you don't realize it till you are close to him or on the ice with him how heavy he is. He's 220 pounds. And Radek Faksa found that out firsthand as he steamrolled him in the neutral zone.
Pettersson off the draw, has it near circle, goes around the net. Pettersson knocked off the puck. As a 19-year-old, led the SHL in scoring, in playoff scoring, and won a league title as well. So a fantastic year for the 19-year-old. Now at the World Hockey Championship at the men's level for the very first time. Horak gets bumped on the near wall. Roman Horak, one of the few guys to score goals for both the Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames in the NHL. As that battle continues, puck brought out from Michael Backlund. Nyquist puts on the brakes. Nyquist waits, sends it across. One-time shot blocked, and that was Pettersson. You're going to see him load up a lot from that circle as this young man can rip it.
He certainly can. He's very slight. Maybe not even 170 pounds, but he can really shoot it. Nyquist pulls up, waits for the seam to develop, and that is a desperation block from Nestrasil. Sticking the foot out there, but Elias Pettersson, not just a setup guy. He had 24 goals in 44 games in Växjö, winning the Swedish league and playoff titles.
Face-off controlled. Lindholm back at the point. Sweeps it across as it goes down low. Hampus Lindholm at the point for Sweden. Real solid defensive core. Maybe one of the best in the tournament. At least in our group for sure. They're very deep. I mentioned the Växjö Lakers. We saw them in the Champions Hockey League playoffs. They made the final against Jyp Jyväskylä. He was on that team, obviously. And that championship, a lot of the times, they defer to their domestic games. You don't see them all the time in the Champions Hockey League playdowns. Sent across, Raquel fires and scores! What a start, and the guy you talked about, Ricard Raquel, makes it 1-0.
Ricard Raquel with the wrister, showing how he scored 35 for Anaheim this year. He just has such a nice release, pops off his stick. Classic 3-on-2 led by Hampus Lindholm. Center lane drive, open up the passing lane. Easy pass for Janmark to get it right onto the shooter stick. Ricard Raquel settles, pivot, and then goes back against the grain far side. Might have caught a piece of the shot blocking Czech defender. But David Riddick fooled by that one. And Ricard Raquel continues his hot start to this tournament. But that is textbook stuff. That is a 3-on-2 that you practice in everyday practices. Center lane drive, drop it to the side, open up the lane, make a pass, hopefully shoot, beat the goal in the shot. Textbook, well done by Sweden.
Ricard Raquel, that is his second goal of the tournament. Also has 2 assists that he picked up in the first game. And a big reason why he led Anaheim in scoring this year, and a little late birthday present, turned 25 yesterday. As he lights the lamp here.
Got a goal the day before, goal the day after. 25 looks good on him.
So this arena, Royal Arena, opened up last year, holds about 13,000. It is full once again. As we get another look.
Early puck movement allows Paxa to get the puck to his forehand. Both defensemen push back, and absolutely, I think it just gets a little piece of that Radko Gudas trying to block the shot, fooling David Riddick. Far side.
Face off to the left of Hellberg, controlled by Sweden. Whipped along the boards. Roman Cervenka, who spent one season with the Flames. Long-time representative of the Czech Republic. He centers it, and that's deflected just wide. A nice job from Cervenka to throw it in front, and Horak, two former Calgary Flames, nearly go to work here for the Czech Republic. Elias Anderson, first rounder, drops it off as Gustafsson fires, and that's high and out of play. A lot of great first rounders on the ice, including Elias Anderson, 7th overall pick of the Rangers in 2017.
And no shortage of high-end talent for Sweden, and they're so tough to play against because they defend well with their defensemen. So you don't get a lot of time in your own end, so Josip Jandac's team is always on their heels. They can score off the rush, and we saw in the first game against Belarus the trouble they can create off the cycle as well.
Sweden controls. Gustafsson chips it along the near wall. It's swung behind the net. Nice job from Michael Backlund. Weaving, looks, fires, and whistles that just wide. As it's sent up ice by Dmitry Yaskin. 17 points in 76 games with the Blues this season as Yaskin gets it in deep. Turnover in tight, spinning shot and kicked aside as Yaskin, pretty good look.
He's got more offense than 17 points in him. He plays a pretty checking line role, limited role on St. Louis. He has the physical tools to do more than that.
Here's Michael Backlund over the blue line. He'll dish it off. Sweden changing behind the play. Nyquist takes the pass in front, bouncing puck, and Pettersson was knocked down and a penalty to come. So the young man looking to create, draws a penalty. So Sweden on the power play when we come back.
Czech Republic penalty. Number 60, 2 minutes, interference.
I would suggest 13,000 strong here in Royal Arena. It's a beer sponsor, by the way, and there's been probably more beer than 13,000 sold the first few days. A lot of people making the trip from Malmo, Sweden. About a 25-minute train ride. I got to take that train ride, spent a few days in Malmo before coming over here after the Under-18 World Hockey Championship in Russia. And the Trey Kroner, beautiful jerseys, and they have lined this building. As Thomas Buchanan's, he is hot right now. They've been stingy off the face-offs, and Buchanan's not buying it. Sweden controls off the draw, so power play time for Sweden. They control. They have been dominant in the face-off circle. They were all over the Belarusians in their opener as Oliver Ekman-Larsson. He's the guy up top running this power play. A lot of options. Same with John Klingberg. Two pretty good guys to have up top. Klingberg. Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Ekman-Larsson drops it off. The shot down low. Tried to tuck it in front. Rebound. They jam away. Scores! As they jam it away in front. Power play goal. Zibanejad in the mix. 2-0. not sure who got a stick on it. Regardless, he'll take it.
Janmark late battling in front, might have poked it through Riddick. Sweden made quick work of this power play, got it down to the side of the net. Janmark looking to go back and front through his legs. It gets tied up through everyone, and then it is Janmark who keeps his stick loose before Jordan can tie him up. Good idea to pass it in front. Gudis getting away with a hold of Rakel's stick, but it stays loose, and Riddick can't find it. 5-hole available, and Janmark quick on the puck and able to tuck it home for the 2-0 lead for Sweden.
Janmark, his second goal of the tournament, scored in the opener, and they have been dominating. Not even through the midway point of this first period, 2-0. Sweden came in 0 for 2 on the power play, but they get it going here as the special teams coming alive. As the puck is finally chipped out of the zone, and the Czech Republic maybe need to take a breath here. And it's never good when you see one of your veteran players, Thomas Plekanec, he was hot.
Yeah, he realized how important the faceoff was because he got kicked out. They lost the draw. Sweden maintains possession, and then 30 seconds later, Janmark finds the puck through all these massive legs and takes 2 cracks at it before getting it across the line. Really nice first pass there to get in front. Rakel was tied up, but could not stay with Mattias Janmark.
So Mattias Janmark making it a 2-0 hockey game. From what you've seen, at least in this group, we've seen all the teams play now. Can anyone compete, do you feel, with the, I mean, they have the offense, but defensively with the blue line that Sweden has?
Well, probably not on individual talent, no. But Russia's played 2 games. They have not been scored on, so you have to like what they're doing as a team, and sometimes, all the time, the best way to play defense is how to have the puck. And so Russia and Sweden clearly look like the class of Group A so far.
Cervenka, Haika battling behind the goal line here for the Czech Republic. Cervenka steals it, whips it back up to the blue line. Morbici sends it down low, sent across. That was tipped out of Hrenek, and his reach just in time. Hrenek, though, he's got a good handle of Jacob De La Rosa's stick. As play goes the other way, as Päijärvi battles in the corner for Sweden, 1-on-2. Picked up by the Ottawa Senators this year off waivers and finished the season with Ottawa. Sweden changing behind the play. So we'll see if the Czech Republic can provide a little bit of a pushback as they gain the zone. That shot hits the bar, off the bar. And a great opportunity, and you know they're going to miss Martin Necas as well as Plekanec let that fly, hits the bar, but as we get one more look, Necas is a guy they're missing. He was hurt in the first game, and hopefully he's back soon in this tournament.
Good look at 3-on-2 on the outlet pass. Started by Hrenek, gets it to Nestrasil, kicks it over to Plekanec. And it's rare that you can spread Sweden out in the neutral zone. We've not seen it happen through 2 games. That's the first time the team has cleanly moved that puck across the blue line. And Plekanec's a nice shot, just can't beat the post.
I love it. Plekanec's engaged. He's barking at his teammates out there, trying to get his guys going as it's sent up to Gustav Nyquist, who's watching Radko Gudis. A couple NHLers battling. Sweden. Early momentum in this hockey game. Shot from distance, steered aside from Hellberg as it goes into the corner. Nestrasil chips it back down low. Adam Larsson, though, collects it, swings it along the boards. And just out of the reach of Gustav Nyquist, so the faceoff to come all the way down in front of Magnus Hellberg.
Gustav Nyquist, another 20-goal season in Detroit this year, just shows up, gets his 20 to 25 every single season. You may have some questions about his intensity, his commitment to defense, but the hardest thing to do in the NHL is to score goals. Nyquist is gifted at that, and every team could use a consistent 25 goal scorer. Playing on the second line here for Sweden because he can do that.
Horak wins the draw, back to the blue line. Kubalik off the side of the net as the Czechs. Adam Larson, a big bump behind the net, takes out his man, and the crowd approves.
Or wants a whistle. Go either way with it.
Shot from the far circle, deflects into the corner. I would say you got 80% Swedes in the house, maybe 70. Tough to say, there's a lot of yellow and blue in the house.
It is a rainbow-looking crowd right now, as Adam Larsson is a physical player. Drafted 4th overall, has not developed into a fantastic puck-moving, offensive-creating defenseman, but he can do that. He's a great shot suppressor, so he doesn't give up much when the puck's in his end.
Faksa, Haika, Cervenka out front for the Czech Republic. As the battle continues to the far wall, and Pajärvi able to chip it out of the zone. As that's sent across, and nice job to intercept by Johan Larsson, the Buffalo Sabres. So we'll keep you up to date. They're setting a record for Larssons at this World Championship. So we'll keep me honest and you honest at home. John Klingberg engaging in that far corner, trying to whack that puck loose. It is sprung through. Comes to Hampus Lindholm. Moves it up to Pajärvi. There's Pajärvi. Waits, fires, and that was off the skates of Larsson. Back up to the point. Dished in. No problem there for David Riddick as he kicks that aside. As we're through the midway point now. 9 minutes to go in this first period. 2-0 lead for Sweden. Plekanec weaving in through the slot as they lose the puck. As Philip Hedl, long shot from distance, kicks aside, and looks like it just came out of the zone in time. As Plekanec frustrated, his team is down early. Day 3 of the IIHF World Hockey Championship. Sweden jumping out to an early 2-0 lead over the Czech Republic. The Czechs without any medals since back in 2012 where they won bronze. 2011 bronze as well, and their last gold 2010 when they won it all in Germany. Trying to get back on the podium is Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Chips it in down low. Rickard Rakell behind the net. Strong stick as he keeps the puck. He'll dish it off. Cycled back down low, and it's Adam Larsson now in deep. He loses an edge, gets knocked down, and the Czechs swing it up ice. Haika steps over the blue line. Haika drops it off. Long shot, tipped in front. Plekanec, another drive, and that's stopped by Hellberg. Cervenka behind the net. Back to the point. Long shot, tipped, and Hellberg another great stop. Back the other way. Nice nifty move by Rakell, but he's unable to drive it towards the net. He's going to go off for a change.
Josef Jandac recognized that Thomas Plekanec is engaged in this game. He's got him playing on the #1 line halfway through the first period.
Well, during the TV timeout, he was back at it once again with one of the referees. He was very heated, continues to be. Pettersson making moves. And he'll dish the back end of the near wall. Intercepted, though, and moved up by the Czechs. Nestrasal closing in as he goes into the corner. Pulisic driving towards the net. Puck bouncing and collected by Kempe as he moves it up ice. Gustav Nyquist drops it off and then chases into the corner. There's Pettersson. As Pettersson falls, he's pinned behind the net. was going to say, you know, he might have a little more difficulty, but I mean, he played in the SHL. That's a men's league as a 19-year-old, so.
Yeah, I think strength is really the only question. His puck skills are outrageous. The offense he creates is obvious. He spent a lot of time, even in the first game, on the ice, did Elias Pettersson.
Elias Anderson from behind the net, slid it right through the crease. Here's Kempe on it. The LA King in a good battle as he is knocked off the puck by Pulisic. They continue to fight for that puck. Slid behind the net, and Moravchik has it for the Czechs. Chips it up into the neutral ice area. And skating back is Skonichka. Has it, Kempe watching him closely. Sweden a full change behind the play as they try to catch them. Pass in front. Sticks tied up, and that shot off the side of the net from Repik. Repik winning a Memorial Cup in Vancouver back in 2007 with Don Hay, who was the head coach for Team Canada at the recent U18s in Russia. Magnitogorsk and Chelyabinsk. Here's Pajärvi, steps on the blue line. Pajärvi, Oliver Ekman-Larsson fires, knocked down Pajärvi. It hit him, and then he gets tripped up at the side of the net, and the Czechs come away with it. As Plekanec, the give and go. Hedl couldn't get it there. Gudas picked it up and then lost it, and they continue to play back and forth. Philip Hedl, the first rounder of the Rangers in 2017, 18 years of age and battling here at the World Hockey Championship. Hedl back to the point, shot from distance, and that's whistled wide by Jordan, fourth round pick of Carolina. That was a few years back. He was drafted back in 2008. Looks like Michael Jordan, but it's not Jumpman, it's Jordan. Sweden on the attack. Pass in front. Oh, the backhand just wide. Another backhand in front as Raquel missed pulling the trigger and then tried to be set up, man. Another good shift from Ricard Raquel. Zibanejad chips it in down low. Janmark drops it off. Sent across. Nice job as John Klingberg down low. Boys, those defensemen, they're not shy about getting behind the goal line. Lindholm, the soft dish. Raquel picks it up. Sends it across. Pass in front. Back down low. Raquel has it. Raquel in front.
Oh my.
Zibanejad fires and that stop. Look at them work the puck around as Mika Zibanejad turned aside. Zibanejad wanting it. Slung across to Lindholm. As they continue to pass. Long shot. John Klingberg let it go. Stopped in front. Raquel was engaging to the circle, but finally the Czechs able to clear it down the ice, and they go for the change in Royal Arena, showing their approval. Gustav Nyquist on the move as he picks up the puck in the near corner. Just over 4 minutes to go in this first period. Pettersson in. It's the trailer up top. That shot broken up. Didn't get through. Another drive in right on David Riddick. And finally, he's going to hold for a face-off and a must-needed stoppage. It's been all Sweden with just under 4 minutes to go. Mika Zibanejad had 47 points in 72 games this year with the Rangers, and he nearly had a goal. A lovely sequence there from Sweden.
That first line was passing, moving, creating. And this against the Czech Republic. These are strong, excellent, world-class defenders, and they're having their way with them. Very impressive.
Michael Backlund, near circle. Backlund cruising in. Loses the puck. The Czechs able to start it up ice. Nestersaal puts on the brakes. Back to Cervenka. Cervenka, backhand. Oh, Pettersson was nearly in. You don't want to give that young man time and space. Gustafsson has it, up to Backlund. Pettersson turning on the brakes. And Ratko Gudas gives and goes as Gudas charging towards the net. Plekanec, he's not happy. Him and Larson, man, that's a great battle. And then he gets taken down. Larson, Plekanec, physical, and then a late bump there as well as Jaskin delivering a hit. Bad blood early. Sweden changing on the fly. Elias Anderson cutting into the forehand. Anderson side of the net. He gets bumped down as well. And full credit to the officials. They're letting him play. Shot from distance. Hellberg covers that up. No one yet to beat Hellberg in this hockey game. His first time at the World Championships. And remember, he beat Canada 2-0 at the Karhala Cup in a warm-up for the Olympics.
Been very solid, making the saves he has to make. Keeping the donut on the board. And into that first line again. Raquel, Janmark, they're spinning it. Extra pass, back doors, one-timers, you name it. They've got it on the string. This is about as engaged as I have seen Thomas Plekanec be in any game this year. For either team, Montreal, Toronto, or the Czech Republic. He's playing well because of it.
Had a couple points in that 7-game series for the Leafs after coming over from the Montreal Canadiens.
And he's made it very clear. He wants to go back to Montreal next year. He said his heart's in Montreal. He waived his no trade to get to Toronto this year, but he wants to get back there, and maybe an inspired effort this tournament could help the cause. As Rickard Gronberg, the head coach of Sweden, looks on, has to be pleased with what he's seen out of his team so far.
Plekanec just 2 games shy of 1,000 for his NHL career. Checks control, high shot.
Got to resign him and let him play just 2 at the very least, don't you?
Well, for sure.
You have to.
Over 600 points as well, so a great career, and a career that he hopes to continue then in Montreal as Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Drops hat off, that shot from Johan Larsson. Didn't find a way. Ekman-Larsson, just a quick spitting shot. He's going to be a guy that a lot of NHL teams might show some interest in.
Well, they'll be tracking his history and what his contract situation is very closely, as see the block by De La Rose right on the toe, because his contract expires next summer, 2019, which means he can sign an extension this summer with Arizona if he wants to. If he doesn't, and Ekman-Larsson plays out this year, that makes him an unrestricted free agent the same summer potentially as Drew Doughty, Erik Karlsson. So there will be plenty of suitors for those high-end guys. There's not enough of them out there.
Oliver Ekman-Larsson, just 26 years of age, so a lot of hockey to come. That was quite the draft year back in 2009. He was 6th overall. It was Tavares, Edmund, Duchesne, Evander Kane, Braden Shen, and then Pajärvi in this game. He went 10th overall to the Edmonton Oilers, so what a class that was. So a lot of good hockey left for Oliver Ekman-Larsson. As John Klingberg, you want to talk about great defensemen, 2nd in points for defensemen this year in the NHL.
Yeah, his game really evolved under Ken Hitchcock this year, John Klingberg. And that's one of the great parts about this tournament. Going up against your teammates that you battle with and compete with and travel with and have fun and eat all of it for 10 months. And then a couple weeks after your season wraps up, you get to play with or against them in a different situation. And battling in the corners, cross-checking, hacking, whacking. Lots of fun.
Coxoff, 1st-round pick of Dallas back in 2012, and now going head-to-head against his teammate as Klingberg drops it off. Kept in momentarily anyways by Sweden. They have to retreat, and that's Rickard Rakell. Going back with young Hedl. Watching things closely. Here's Rakell. Drop pass. Thrown in front, and that hops over the stick of Janmark. Side of the net. And a nice job by Zibanejad. Back up to the point. Hampus Lindholm tried to keep it in. He'll have to retreat back in the neutral zone, up to Rakell. Just over a minute to go in a very entertaining first period. Right now the Swedish fans pretty happy as Lindholm drops it off. Zibanejad. Drives towards the net as Anderson picks it up, takes a bump. Anderson continues to battle, but it's stolen and moved up ice as Morvachik starts the play up. Shot from distance, bouncing. Adam Larsson swung at it, missed, but he collects it. And some choppy play now, turnover, and spinning shot from Heika. 35 seconds remaining. Adam Larsson head up. Dishes that back, and the drums, the whistles, the fans. Really nice atmosphere for our second game of Group A play. It was Russia winning earlier today. They put up 14 goals in 2 games. The Russians looking very strong, and the best coming last in this group. The final group stage game will be between Sweden and Russia, one we look forward to. As the finishing touches on this opening period come to an end, and a real strong 20 minutes from Sweden as they lead this one 2-0. Your intermission to come right here on TSN and the NHL Network.
We're here.
Well, fucking ask nicely next time, for fuck's sakes.
Welcome back to day 3, IIHF World Hockey Championship, and no one yet to beat Magnus Hellberg. He's been perfect. Had the shutout against Belarus, 27 stops, and stopping all 8 shots he's faced in this hockey game so far. And a great opening period for Rickard Rakell and Matthias Janmark, each with a goal, each with 2 points, and part of a Swedish side with a lot of offense, Mike.
Well, you look where Swedish is being led by. Their first line produced 4 shots. Their second line produced 4 shots, and they only had 9 in the period. So they're being driven by their top 2 lines, specifically Zibanejad, Rakell, Janmark, getting on the board a couple times. So they're top heavy, but when the top guys are producing and you're defending as well as they can, that could be enough.
30 seconds.
And you saw at times the Czech Republic head coach Josef Jandek moving up Thomas Pakanitz to the top line. We'll see if he juggles lines going forward. Right now, the Cervenka line looks to be out there.
Well, the Czech Republic's only playing with 11 forwards today because Nečas, who had a fantastic first game against Slovakia, injured himself in that violent collision with the boards in overtime. Apparently, according to the Yaroslav Spacek, we talked to Tessa Bonhomme before the game. Everything's fine. He got checked out. He needs a couple days off. I don't know if that's to clear his head or to deal with his bumps and bruises, but it looks like he's going to be fine. But with his absence, they only have 12 forwards on the roster. They don't have another forward to put in there, so line juggling was inevitable for Jandek in this game regardless.
So Faksa, Haika, and Cervenka up top for the Czech Republic, down by 2 as Sweden with a dominating first period as they go to work. Mika Zibanejad. So top line versus top line to start. Cervenka accepts that pass. Far corner pass, shot, and a great stop from Hellberg. His best save of the hockey game so far as Haika let it rip right from the slot. And Haika's back on the puck as he works along the near wall, and the Swedes able to clear it down the ice. And the faceoff to come all the way back in front of Hellberg. But what a start for the Czech Republic. Some good jump.
Quick 2-on-1 developing, and Haika gets a lot on this shot, but the puck's a little bit too far in front of him. You watch it, it's on his front foot, which makes it more difficult not to shoot it hard, but to place it right where you want it, and certainly more difficult to elevate it. And he couldn't quite get that one under the bar where he was looking to go.
Draw controlled off the face-off. Shot towards the net, hits a hand as it's knocked down as Nesterstall let it go. Mika Zibanejad chips it in, that line off for a full change. So some fresh feed out for Sweden. As the chip and chase from Andre Nesterstall is broken up, stick goes flying. Cross-country pass, and that's right on David Riddick as he'll play it behind the net. They like their music here. And sometimes the DJ will put the music on mid-game, which is fine.
They're like a basketball game, play music the whole time.
World Hockey Championship.
Mix it up a little bit. Players can't hear it anyways, doesn't bother anybody.
Day 3, they'll get it sorted out. Sweden controlling, some nice moves. Nyquist waiting, drops. John Klingberg back to Nyquist. Pettersson fires that cross country. Nyquist, far circle now, continues to work with his head up. Nyquist spins and drives it behind the net. Little bouncing puck in front near the crease area, and that's cleaned up by Jaskin, who plays a lot of minutes for the Czech Republic. Hedl sends that pass up, has Jaskin with him. Jaskin protecting the puck as he drives into the corner, and John Klingberg tries to muscle him off the puck. Repik fires, knocked down. Good few minutes here for the Czech Republic coming out.
This is not like the previous blowout games against France or Austria. The Czechs won't go away here. They'll keep fighting with Sweden. They'll give them a game.
John Klingberg up to Jacob Delarose, avoids the check. Delarose in front for Larson and popped over his stick. That was Johan Larson. Adam Larson now on the puck. Cross for Oliver Ekman Larson. Are you paying attention at home? As Pajärvi goes into the corner, and he gets a fistful there from Sulak. Turnover, shot. Pajärvi back on the puck. Centering pass, side of the net, in the crease. Kempe battling for it. Lost in the skates and dugouts as Everberg found it. Guided it towards the net. That's picked off, back to the point. Larson successful in keeping it in all the way down to Everberg. As Everberg chips it, Elias Anderson. As the first round draft pick goes to work on the far wall, he swings it around the boards. Everberg, Oliver Ekman Larson on net, and the stick of David Riddick deflects that into the corner. Sweden's turn now for some nice offensive zone pressure. Everberg wins that puck battle, swings it behind the goal line. Kempe waiting, head up. Kempe, far circle, fires, twinkles the bar, rebound in front, spinning shot, and that didn't get through. Great pressure as it's back up to the point. Larson gets the pass back. Larson cutting in, fires off the side of the net. As the pressure continues, Kempe's on the puck. Changing on the fly, and now Janmark is back for Sweden. Up to Rickard Rakell. Rakell backhands it off. Klingberg drops it off. Long shot tipped in front. Rebound available. Backhand right on Riddick, and that is stopped. And some great pressure from Sweden.
Results in a penalty to Sulak on the cross-check. He can barely make it to the box. He's hunched over, so tired. That doesn't tell you the end of a long shift in your own end after taking a penalty.
Czech Republic
right there.
Penalty, number 8, 2 minutes.
And that was the fourth line that put that kind of pressure on, and then there you see that's a cross-check right in the back of the numbers. But when you lose your wind on yourself, you can no longer move. So you get yourself in bad spots on the ice, then you're reaching and chasing. Adam Larson gets his last chance after a brilliant pass across the blue line by Oliver Ekman Larson. Underrated skill using the full width and height of the offensive zone.
So Sweden already a power play goal in the first period. Another opportunity here in the first few minutes of the second as Rickard Rakell crosses things up, so he retreats back into his own zone. They'll restart behind Magnus Hellberg. Oliver Ekman Larson, Klingberg. A couple of great options in the back end, but again picked off at a possible short-handed chance, but Hellberg's out to play it. Alertly swings it around the boards as the Czechs are changing behind the play. Ekman Larson drops it off for Rakell. Rakell already 2 points in the hockey game. Back to Klingberg. Rakell's got it. Far circle, it's swung around. Because of Zibanejad engaging. Fires it back around the boards for John Klingberg. Klingberg to the near circle. Back up top. Oliver Ekman Larson waiting, cutting in. Larson fires and he missed just wide. Great opportunity, but fired it just wide. Rakell was in front too, looking for the tip. Back up to Klingberg. Klingberg waits down low. Tough angle shot. And not a great angle. Picked back up. Nice job from Janmark. Janmark and Raquel in front. That shot whistled wide, and another weird bounce in the corner.
Well,
and
the
right to the
stanchions are
checks.
so prominent in this rink that the puck doesn't travel cleanly around the glass, so you'll see a lot of caroms unexpectedly out to the middle of the ice.
Hellberg there with a turnover as he tried to spring the pass up ahead, but the checks would have been offside, so Cervenka checks back up into the neutral zone with just 9 seconds to go in this power play. As Elias Pettersson goes into the corner.
That's a backhand right there. Well done. Jordan on the clear.
That's a good stick. Pettersson picks it up, so the power play comes to an end. Up to Nyquist, drops. Pettersson waits, fires. That's off a skate, didn't get through. Pettersson back on the puck. Back up to the point, long shot, hits the stick. As Faksa knocked that down. Battle continues. As Backlund racing back and a penalty to come.
Backlund's going to get the trip for kicking the feet out of Sulak, I have to believe.
So another power play this time for the Czech Republic.
Team Sweden penalty, number 11, 2 minutes, tripping.
Michael Backlund, the captain of Sweden, plays for the Calgary Flames. First round pick back in 2007, in the box for tripping. A no doubt penalty, so he's in the box. Czech Republic going to work. They came into this game 0 for 3 in the power play as Oliver Ekman-Larsson finds the puck. Unable to clear the zone. Adam Larsson now, and he's able to get it up ice to Libor Sulak. Who picks it up for the Czech Republic. Estrasov drives it in behind the goal line. As the puck comes back to the point, Sulak swings it across. As the Czechs down by 2, need to get something going offensively. Repik in the near circle, shot in front, they jam away. Jaskin parked right in front. Repik was banging for the one-timer from the near circle, but didn't get that pass.
Jaskin apparently learns his lesson, because yesterday, what did he get a penalty for? A little tap on the goalie after a rebound was held. Same thing, little tap there, and I don't want a penalty, so I will apologize to Hellberg. So I don't get a call there. You see the penalty to back, and that's almost a slew foot on Sulak in the middle of the ice, sending him to the box.
Face off to the left of Magnus Hellberg. Hellberg, a second-round pick of Nashville in 2011. They got a pretty good goalie there right now. That's Faksa. And Team Czech Republic trying to get their first goal of this hockey game. Roman Cervenka losing the draw. Swedes control, kind of some weak sauce on that shot, but it does the job, gets it into neutral ice. As Hedl brings it over the blue line. Hedl drops it off for Faksa. Faksa drops it off and goes down low. Back to Aika. Aika below the net, back up top. One-time shot, and that's blocked in front. As Hrenek, big shot from the point, but didn't get through as Hedl plays it back to the corner. Swung up top, far circle. Time winding down, shot, rebound in front to the forehand. Oh, what a stop! Hellberg shut it down in tight. And And then some pushing and shoving after the play. Bayarby in the mix. Lindholm a late shove. Everberg.
Still going. Cervenka and Everberg outside the pile. Swinging. Sweden tries to collapse back to defend their goalie. Hellberg made an excellent save on the rebound. Yeah, some quick puck movement up top. Hellberg squeezing. He's not quite sure where it is, but Sweden wants to create a barrier, a little wall in front of him. Escalates from there.
Just the third shot of the period for the Czechs. They're 11th of the game. Another look at Cervenka. Nearly pulled it to the forehand and scored for the Czech Republic.
And you got to get the puck up because when you're 6'6", your legs get to the post very quickly. So Cervenka realizing he's got to elevate it over top of Hellberg's pad. He does that. Can't quite squeeze it underneath before mayhem in front of Magnus Hellberg.
41 seconds remaining in the power play for the Czech Republic. As Filip Chytil backs up in his own zone, swings it up ice for Faksa. Faksa leaves. Chytil giving chase. Puck comes behind the net. Cervenka has it. Swung back up to the blue line. Cervenka works it across. One-time shot. Likely a set play and not a good shot as Cervenka continues to work with Faksa. Battle continues. More seconds coming off the clock. Back up to the point, and losing it for a second was Hronek. Hronek, Haika, switch places, power plays over. Drop passes. Backlund's back on the ice, he broke up that pass, and Sweden able to clear the zone. That's Michael Backlund back on the ice, and now on the forecheck. Backlund working hard, he had 2 minutes to rest, and a nice job as he steals the puck in the corner. And continues to work, gets some help now from Mika Zibanejad. Gets it deep behind the goal line. Swung back to the blue line and a near turnover. And you have to watch out as Jaskin, he's got speed to burn. He's looking to break in. Mika Zibanejad has that stolen. Sulak brings it into the Swedish zone and he gets a big bump from behind. Deep into the corner for Thomas McCannitz behind the goal line. Tried to get it out front and Nestrasov couldn't get there in time. Zibanejad flips on net to the forehand. Oh, what a play! And a nice stop there from David Riddick. Unbelievable play as Janmark was in.
Attacking the line with speed. Flash it wide and keep on slashing and try to get inside position on your defender. Janmark does that. Beats Jaskin, who's late in the shift, up the ice. And not able to pull it through Riddick. That's a nice saucer pass. You got to get through both sticks, but land it soft enough that your guy can control it. Zibanejad drops it down beautifully for Janmark.
You made a good point, too. A lot of people I don't think realize. I mean, Zibanejad doesn't look like a big guy. He's 6'2" and nearly 230 pounds. I mean, he's
heavy.
He is.
And plays heavy. When you lean on him in the corner, he's got that kind of mass behind him that he wins a lot of those battles, and he can really, really shoot the puck. So he also leans on his stick, gets that weight behind it, and he can sling it.
So he was traded obviously for Derek Brassard, and Brassard now with the Penguins, who was traded for Philip Gustafsson coming back to the Ottawa Senators, who will likely be the future goalie in Ottawa. Pettersson off the draw, fires. That goes behind the net. Elias Pettersson looking to release another shot, didn't get through. As is brought up ice, and the Canucks have to be pretty excited about Pettersson coming up the ranks after his season in the SHL. Turnover behind the net, swung up to the blue line. 9 minutes, 36 seconds remaining. Shot from distance, rebound, and that's just over the stick of Jordan, who was jumping into the play as he couldn't get it on net. High bouncing puck, just onside, and a chance. Oh, that's whistled wide. Gustav Nyquist. I thought he might have been offside, but play continued. Got a pretty good scoring opportunity. That's sent up the ice for Jordan. Fires it in. Hellberg handles it. Works it behind his own net. John Klingberg moves the puck up ice for Sweden. As the chip and chase is on. Everberg driving in behind the net. Kept tucked in neatly at the far wall. Bouncing puck, and it comes to Robert Gusal, and a penalty to come. Looks to be tripping behind the play, and I believe the Czech's going to go on the power play. Thomas Plekanec, he's engaged, but his team down by 2.
In Sweden, women's penalty. Tripping.
Approaching 5:30 p.m. local time here in Copenhagen, Denmark, and good morning to those getting up or watching our coverage back home in North America on the TSN feeds, NHL Network. Brian Mutrick, Mike Johnson with you. Sweden, 2-0 advantage. But it is the Czech Republic going on the power play as Elias Anderson in the box for tripping. So if the Czechs can find a way to score a goal, they've battled hard. Sweden came out guns a-blazing in the opening 15 minutes of the hockey game, took an early lead, but the Czechs responding as Larson cutting in. Larson making moves, fires. What a chance shorthanded from Adam Larson, but a good stop from David Riddick. A battle of Alberta there. Oiler on flame, won by the netminder. As Sweden, obviously very dangerous on the penalty kill. Shot from distance. Riddick gets it up to Cervenka. Up to Hedl. Hedl gets bumped hard as the young man, a teenager playing in this World Championship. Back on his feet in the near circle as the puck is swung around. Nice job, head up from Hronek. Haika. Hronek playing pass. Back up to Hronek, one-time shot. It's a body in front, rebound in the backhand, just out of the reach of Faksa, who could not finish in front. And that's really the story for the Czechs. Not a lot of guys that can finish, and losing Martin Necas really hurting this team, in my opinion.
Well, they got to grind for their goals. That's fair.
And that could be a penalty behind the play. A tripping calls the fans. They are not liking that.
It's more of a trip than the one they called on Anderson to begin with.
As the play continues with 23 seconds to go in the power play, Nestrasol drops it off and goes to the far wall. Kubalik, he's taken down behind the net. And then a cross check, and then finally the hand comes up as we will have a penalty call. That was a couple that could have been called. And there'll be a 5-on-3 for 10 seconds.
Hampus Lindholm for the cross check against Dmitry Yaskin, a big man who does not go down easily. Things are up out here. Guys getting pretty liberal with their stick use. There's Lindholm, got away with a couple there. I mean, that's a textbook cross check right in the middle of the back. Here's the early one. Kepe comes reading with his hands and his feet, tying up Repik, knocking him down. So neither one of those plays were called. And Adam Larson is showing more in his skating up the ice, confidence with the puck. One thing he does not yet have, like a Klingberg or an Ekman Larson, Adam Larson doesn't have a really natural wrist shot velocity. Shoots it from the heel of his stick, kind of shoves it at the net.
So face-off control by the Czechs. They got 5 seconds, 5-on-3. Long shot, scores! What a rip from the point. Filip Hronek lets it fly. Power play goal. It's a 2-1 hockey game.
Excellent awareness of the situation for the Czech Republic 5-on-3 power play group. Win the face-off and then attack right away. They had 10 seconds of 5-on-3 time. They had to make it count to try to score a goal before the first penalty expired. They get it back to Hronek, and he just drifts it high and up and over the shoulder of Magnus Hellberg. Radek Faksa takes the eyes away of Hellberg. He's down on his knees, so he can't look over top of Faksa. He doesn't spot the puck early enough. He misses it clean. And the Czechs are right back in this game with a minute 54 left on the second penalty.
That is the first goal allowed by Sweden in the game, and look at this, right off the draw.
It was right after the goal. It was Ekman Larsson going at it in front of the Czech bench. Now it's Cervenka, it's Hronek again. But the Czechs like this. They like to play this chippy game. This is their style of play. Josef Jandac's like, yup, boys, we want it chippy, we want it edgy, we want it physical. Look at this, Faksa and Johan Larsson on a neutral zone face-off. Love it.
They're gonna kick them both out.
You're not allowed to talk to each other.
So now it's Cervenka and Jacob Delarose.
Now it's Faksa and Adam Larsson. He doesn't like anyone named Larsson right now.
Well, there's a number that you could pick from.
Well, I want to see him line up against John Klingberg, his teammate, see what he's got to say. That's when it gets interesting.
It's not often you see defensemen taking the draws, but I actually saw that a few times in the U18s in the overtime format, which was pretty entertaining. There's Cervenka. Crowd is into it, and I would say the Czech Republic into it right now as well. Maybe following the lead of Plekanec, who was hot after that first period, and I bet he had a few things to say in the dressing room. And they've come out with a little bit of fire here in this second frame.
There's different kinds of leadership, and one is playing on the ice and playing well and scoring goals. Another one is dragging your team into the game emotionally. Plekanec did that in the first period.
David Riddick, long stretch pass up. Heika. Thomas Heika now goes into the corner. A minute to go in the power play. And there's 6 minutes to go in the second period. It's been a good one. Kubalik swung up top. As that shot from Sulak deflects and goes into the corner. Nestrasil up to Sulak. Near circle. Nestrasil fires, tipped and cleared out of harm's way as Everberg found it, spins and fires it down the ice again. Nice job from Riddick, advancing the play. Nestrasil has it. Head up, waiting for some help. Back up to Sulak. Nestrasil. Sulak, one-time shot, didn't get through. That was in the legs, and Sulak has to hustle back as Backlund was speeding in, and then Kempe put him offside.
Power play gets the Czech Republic back into the game. And there's an appropriate velocity to pass the puck for a one-timer. It can't be too slow because the shot blockers get in the way. It can't be too hard because it's too difficult to shoot it. That one was the exact right pace to Hronek so that he can lean on it, elevate it where he has to put it in the top corner. Perfectly executed by the Czech Republic. Get their first of the game.
Great game, great pushback as Plekanec waved out, and man, I'd like to hear his post-game comments. He has been red hot when it comes to face-offs, and he's been kicked out of a few of them as Plekanec has it at the far wall. He's going to backhand it in. Horak racing after it. Final seconds ticking down on this power play. They converted quickly on the 5-on-3. But now Lindholm's out of the box. Puck comes into the neutral ice area. Gustafsson keeps it in, long shot. And Riddick almost too cute in trying to advance the play. Maybe he watched his teammate Mike Smith at that 2015 World Championship and playing the puck and getting out there and getting active.
It's a year's worth of practice with Mike Smith. Get out there and move the puck.
Physical play continues. Horak gets taken down. He gets back up. Nastiness to this hockey game, a little bit of an edge, and driving towards the net was Horak as Hellberg swiped at it. First goal that Hellberg's allowed in his international career. Mika Zibanejad brings it in.
Up to the Czechs. Heika on a hook.
That pass in across country in front of the slot, and then it's touched up. So the dangerous power play of Sweden about to go on the attack. Entertaining game here at Royal Arena.
Czech Republic. Number 71, 2 minutes, hooking.
Thomas Heike, who had 10 NHL games with Vegas this season, in the box in Sweden with exactly 4 minutes to go in the second period. A chance to work the power play. Michael Backlund wearing the C.
See if Elias Pettersson can make his presence felt here. He's a dynamo working the power play on the half wall, shooting and passing. Sweden needs a little momentum back their way.
And again, Thomas Buchanan. I know it's loud in here. You can almost hear him from up here in the broadcast booth as the face-off controlled by Sweden. They've done a great job in the circle this game. And there is Pettersson setting up in the near circle. Pettersson, Klingberg fires, didn't get through. Stick shatters though, and this is trouble for the Czechs. Did a great job to do some house cleaning. One-time shot just whistled wide. That was Nyquist. Just cleaning up shot, getting the stick out of the way. Good job from Nyquist. Pettersson, Klingberg. They continue to work it around. That shot high as Backlund was looking for the tip.
They want to take advantage of the seam for a one-timer. Ekman Larson to Pettersson because there's no stick up top.
Again, that shot didn't get through. Pettersson, and a nice job to clear.
John Klingberg's not happy with himself, banging a stick on the ice. Poor decision, a rare one for him.
Pettersson has it, back in the zone, tries to go backdoor, that's chipped away, and now some room for Kubalik, as Kubalik puts on the brakes, waits, fires, bouncing puck, Hellberg looked behind him, lost it in his equipment, but play is whistled down. Pretty good chance, short-handed for the Czech Republic.
Kubalik takes off short-handed, he throws the super ball in, as he turns it over. Now everyone's got a stick so he can go. As he stops up on Klingberg, the puck actually hits Klingberg's shaft, bouncing in. Hellberg's got to be careful of that one. It's a nice job for Pettersson though. Younger guy, use your body. If you're lighter, if you're not as strong, you use your legs and your midsection to box out, not your hands and your upper body. Get in front of the guy, pivot, seal him off, and it's a job well done.
Over in Herning, a 3-3 tie, Norway and Germany. And a close one here as Sweden hanging on to a 2-1 advantage.
That's what Germany did in the Olympics. The assumption is, well, of course they have to beat Norway. How do they not beat Denmark? But not quite that easy.
Ricard Raquel upended, and look out. Here comes Libor Sulak in, fires, and that's deflected and goes into the netting for a stoppage.
Watch it. Ron Duguay fly down the wing with that hair come out of the back of Sulak's helmet. He has got some lively legs. He really does. Played in Grand Rapids a little bit this year, mostly in Finland. I like the way his inclination is to jump. He's got the speed to get there.
So 31 seconds more of power play time for Sweden as they lead 2-1. Face-off controlled by the Czechs, whacked back in. And now John Klingberg. With a few more seconds left in this power play, will start things up ice for Sweden. Oliver Ekman Larson has it. He'll backhand it behind the net. As Ratko Budas. Nice work. He turns it over though. Sent across, and Ekman Larson wasn't ready to receive it. 5 seconds remaining. Oliver Ekman Larson down low. And that centering pass broken up. And now we're back to full strength as Pajärvi Ships it over. He wanted Raquel. Broken up in a neutral zone area. Cervenka takes a step over the blue line again. Poked off his stick. Under 2 minutes to go in this second period. As Heike turned on the brakes, has his stick tied up. Drop pass, Klingberg on net, kicked out of harm's way. And John Klingberg fired it towards the net, hoping for a rebound, and both teams will change up behind the play as Adam Larsson starts the play up for Anderson, who swings it in. Anderson goes towards the net. Everberg circled around, then got pinned as the puck eventually squirts loose, and here come the Czechs. Morvachik throws it in down low as Hedl drops his man. Under a minute to go now in the second period. Puck battle continues. Jaskin. Larenik battling for it. Nestrasil there as well. And then a big physical hit. That was Gustafsson in on Jaskin. They haven't been shy this hockey game, and then Gustafsson gets dropped at the far wall.
He's trying to draw an interference penalty there.
Look out, little bit of space to the backhand, and that was broken up as Everberg couldn't get a good shot off with 26 seconds remaining in this period. Sweden changing ahead, so Adam Larsson will hesitate in no rush. Working with Gustafsson, his defensive partner. 10 seconds remaining. Gustafsson waits, just flips it in. As play goes into the corner, Pettersson will just try to tie things up. And we've got a close hockey game going to the third period. Sweden, a 2-1 advantage over the Czech Republic. Intermission to come on TSN and the NHL Network.
And the shot on the code in the second period, Sweden 9, Czech Republic 6.
It's not about the play. It's the shading gel that matters. Nivea Men Ultra Glide technology for an ultra close shave without irritating your skin. Nivea Men, the art of shaving. Introducing the 2018 IIHF app. Player statistics. Team statistics. Live updates. And introducing Guessing Game. Predict each game's final score. Win points and compete with hockey fans around the world. From any smart device, in your own language. The 2018 IIHF app, powered by Skoda. Download it now from the Apple App Store and Google Play. Skoda. Simply clever. future is affected by our behavior, our ambitions, and our choices. The world is changing, and we are becoming more aware that we must make choices to protect the environment. We choose to make a difference in our daily behavior and life choices. Sustainable choices are intelligent choices that help us take care of our future. Rock Zero, intelligent balls.
Welcome back to our coverage. Royal Arena, Day 3, IIHF World Hockey Championship. And a great game between the Czech Republic and Sweden. Magnus Hellberg, he's been solid, but he finally allowed a goal to Filip Hronek on a power play of 5-on-3. David Riddick, standing tall as well, 18 shots against. Only beaten twice in his first start at this year's World Championship. So, Mike Johnson, Ricard Raquel, and Matthias Janmark open up the scoring in the first period. How do you like the bounce back from the Czechs?
I like it a lot because the Czechs got the game being played on their terms, which was a little bit more physical, kind of chippy, some penalties, some after scrum, before whistle incidents, and that's what they want. They want to slow it down. If they go up and down the ice with Sweden, they'll lose that game. So they're getting the game played more often on terms that they can be successful with. Now, they scored their one goal on a quick 5-on-3 slapper from Hronek at the blue line. They still need to get a little bit more activity around Hellberg 5-on-5. They did a good job drawing penalties, did a job converting on a 5-on-3, but they got to be a little bit better 5-on-5 trying to create some offense.
The Czechs held off the podium since they won bronze in 2012. Trying to get back there. Meantime, you know the story with Sweden, defending gold medalists. I love the ref cam as we're underway here in the third period. So, both teams finding a way to score in the power play. Long stretch pass early. Up ahead, breaks put on. Cervenka fires and right into the glove of Hellberg. He'll stop play for a face-off in the Swedish zone early.
You got to be ready to start a period because both teams, Cervenka running a go route off a dump out, and he picks up the pass, but everyone on Sweden right where they should be. No one got beat up the ice, and so a potential break turned into not very much.
Hronek backs up. 33 points, 79 games with Dallas this year. Over 200 NHL games, and obviously both teams still learning the IIHF faceoffs. And Mika Zibanejad, he's spitting as well. As he's kicked out of the faceoff, and they'll reset, do it one more time.
It's amazing how late they blow them down after seemingly the faceoff's already won and gone.
So now Janmark steps in. Roman Cervenka, draw to the left of Magnus Hellberg. Controlled, Gudas fires in the skates. Again, he fires. Nice stop as Radko Gudas. Real good look from the point, kicked out by Hellberg at the last second. As Riddick swings it along the boards. Nice job from Zibanejad as he hustles and fires it along the boards to the near wall and blue line as Gudas absorbs a hit from Zibanejad. Mika Zibanejad. Big body knocked off the puck. He gets spun around. Janmark chips it down low, but Gudas is there to pick that off and move it up ice. The Czechs changing behind the play, so they'll fire it in. A weird bounce again right to Hellberg. First time that they've had ice in this building. A brand new facility opened up last year. And the first time they've actually had a hockey championship here. So obviously some nuances that both teams are getting used to. They've both played here before. As we get deeper into the tournament, Pettersson has it. That shot kicked aside. As Hampus Lindholm let it go. Comes back into the neutral zone area and shipped into the Swedish zone. Physical bump from Jaskin. Doesn't shy away from that kind of play. And Jaskin, Klingberg working him over behind the net. Jaskin and Estrasol, those two guys, they're a bit of a force. They've been playing chippy hockey. And then look at that, Thomas Buchanan, his stick goes flying, tied up, and both guys trying to draw a penalty. Nothing doing as Backlund and him got tied up. Shot from distance, steered aside as Repik let it go and then fires it all the way along the boards. And Sulak giving chase. Your Ron Duguay back on the ice. Got a Ron Duguay rookie card. Great flow. Puck comes behind the net, picked up by Kubalik. Kubalik, far circle, tried to advance it towards the net. Puck comes to the near circle, and eventually it's Wickstrand moving it up ice. Larson drops, goes to the net. Johan Larson was driving towards the front of the net, and he leaves that, comes all the way to the far boards, fired back into Larson, the backhand around the boards. Sweden changing behind the play as Gustafsson changes off. That shot. And for a second, Riddick didn't see it. It was blocked down in front and shot all the way down the ice for an icing call, as David Riddick, pretty lucky, he had no idea where the puck was.
He thought it missed the net blocker side over to the corner, and he was checking out the corner. The puck was 8 feet in front of him off a block shot. But we haven't seen in this game that sustained offensive zone, cycle, pick, interplay with the high rolls in the defense nearly as often as we saw Sweden do against Belarus, not being able to sustain their offensive zone time.
So Raquel takes the draw, long shot from distance, and he saw that when Riddick gloves it down as top line is out there. Janmark, Zibanejad, and Raquel.
Adam Larson taking some heat from the bench. You could see the Czech Republic players leaning over. I think it went something like, warm-up's over, you're allowed to shoot the puck. Nice muffin, big guy. As he drifted a very soft slapper into David Riddick's catching glove.
Oh, come on, you former players are nicer than that, Mike. That doesn't happen.
That was the PG version. Oh yeah, the chatter on the bench in a heated, emotional game like this is entertaining for sure.
I'd love to have you between the benches for some international hockey as that shot hits the side of the net. Mike Johnston up here with me in the broadcast booth. Mika Zibanejad battling in the corner. Ricard Raquel spins and fires it behind the net. Zibanejad fanned on it. He tried that centering pass. Kept in though. Raquel, nice job. Zibanejad in to the backhand, scores! Wow, what a backhand! Zibanejad elevates it and then nearly takes off Oliver Ekman-Larsson's hand in the celebration. Sweden up 3-1.
What a finish by Mika Zibanejad. As Adam Larsson, hard physical play, keeps the puck alive, and then David Riddick is thinking about Janmark on the back door as Zibanejad holds it to the open side here. By putting it over here, Riddick thinks he's gonna pass. You see the right leg load up, the shoulder square so he can push across, and Zibanejad roofs it with authority, then delivers a heavy elbow in the pile. But that is an excellent backhand, catching David Riddick leaning.
I've never seen concussion protocol after a goal celebration.
Not true. Alexander Radulov, Nashville, knocked Jason Arnott, gave him a concussion celebrating a goal, piling him to the boards. True story.
I was going to finish by saying at this tournament yet, but so that's good. We got to get some facts back home to our viewers who are, some of them just getting up in North America, still morning in Vancouver. Shot from distance, that's whistled high and wide from Tomasz Hajka.
That'll take some steam out of the Czech Republic, who had it rolling. They're within one. They know they're just one shot, one breakdown away.
Here's a turnover, a rare turnover by Sweden. Jaskin tried to get to the backhand as Jaskin knocked off the puck, but he gets it back. Dmitry Jaskin tried to drop it off for Nestor Saul. Puck slid towards the net, intercepted, picked off, shot off the glass, and again a weird bounce and kept in, at least for the time being. As Kempe got it out, it's fired back in. You're right, Mike, some weird caroms and bounces off the glass, off the boards. Long stretch pass up ahead. And back is Skleníka for the Czech Republic. As the Czechs down by 2. They battled back within one before. Let's see if they can do it one more time. Skleníka, watched by Pettersson, knocked off the puck. All the way up ice for Wickstrand. Chips it into the neutral zone area, but picked up, and on the move is Repik. Backhand, rebound in front. As it dropped in the crease, but swatted out of harm's way. Repik with a nice drive as Gustafsson picks it up and moves it up ice. Here's Pettersson. Far wall with speed. Pettersson stripped of the puck, and Kubalik starts it up ice. Repik had it, bouncing puck lost it, another turnover. Thomas Buchanan centering pass in front, continues to bounce as Kusal was driving for the net. You know, Buchanan's fired up, but pretty quiet offensively in this hockey game as Henderson chips it for Backlund, swung across, and Kusal was in his skates. Goes to the far corner, and Kusal moves it up ice for Filip Hronek. Stretch pass up ahead. Mechanics fires, and pretty good look from number 14.
I think he was looking for a rebound there on the far pad.
Sweden driving, quick shot, and that's turned aside. Quick rip from Oliver Ekman-Larsson, jumping up in the play. As Riddick stopped that, just closed it down in time. Adam Larsson back to Oliver Ekman-Larsson. As Janmark sends it back into his own zone. Just over 13 minutes to go in this third period. Nice move from Zibanejad. Sends that pass across, nobody there. And out of the reach of Hampus Lindholm. All the way around the boards to Rickard Rakell. He takes a big bump from behind as he gets back up, and Zibanejad chasing after Sulak, who sends it up into the neutral zone. Here's Cervenka. Trying to protect that puck. He's spun off the puck, continues to work, ties up his man, Cervenka. Haika in the corner. As Hedl skating after it as well. And Sweden moves it up to John Klingberg. Klingberg over the blue line, drops it off. Making moves is Jacob Rose, drops that off. And that's Pajärvi getting knocked down, and then wow, Faxa's just whacking away at him.
Of course, those cross checks up top, you'll get a penalty for that.
Moved up to Jaskin. Tried to advance the puck up, and Lindholm picks that off. As Lindholm wraps it around for John Klingberg, who spent time with Frölunda in the Finnish top league. We're coming over to the National Hockey League. Pace slowing down a little bit for both sides, Czech Republic and Sweden. And the Swedes just fine with that as the pace slows down. As the battle continues and finally plays whistle down, and some late cross-checking, and away we go. Gustafsson battling. Chippy play.
Gustafsson's been on the edge all game long.
Translation, Sweden leads 3-1.
Jaskin Gustafsson.
Welcome back to Royal Arena. Great crowd in the building, holds about 13,000 for hockey as we approach just after 6 p.m. local time, and some offsetting penalties.
Number 23, Sweden penalty. Number 56, both guys, 2-minute minor, cross-checking.
As the head coach, Rickard Gronberg, looking on in a 3-1 lead.
The fewer players on the ice, the more offense can be created. So if you're trailing, if you're the Czech Republic, 4-4, even if it doesn't favor you, it favors offense, which you need right now. Not the worst result from the scrum.
Oliver Ekman-Larsson has the puck behind his own goal line. He'll circle back behind Hellberg, and he'll move it up ice. Drops it off for Michael Backlund. Michael Backlund doesn't like what he sees, so he'll circle around, being watched by Michael Repik. Backlund intercepted. Moravchik picks it up, and look out, a chance in sight. That shot swallowed up.
Well, that might...
Gustav Nyquist let it go, and then some more pushing and shoving after the play. Oh, and Riddick's had enough. He just tosses a stick in disgust.
They're pointing at Radko Gudas right now. Well, he's got a stick right behind the head of Oliver Ekman-Larsson saying, who me?
Couple NHLers battling. How about the stick toss from Riddick, though? I mean, he just sped up.
An innocent-looking shot from Nyquist, and it dribbles and caroms around, sits on top of the skate, almost tucking in behind. Nyquist trying to get a good look at it, and Ekman-Larsson takes a poke at the loose puck, but doesn't hit anybody. And then he gets mauled by several Czech Republic defenders. Riddick takes a stick out of the pile.
Team Sweden, number 23, 2 minutes penalty, slash the ball.
And they're going to give Ekman-Larsson a slash for that little poke at the net.
Czech Republic penalty, number 3, 2 minutes, roughing.
And Radko Gudas a rough. So they grabbed both guys out of the pile, not just one. Which for Radko Gudas, he got away with a lot extra as compared to Ekman-Larsson. Stay 4-on-4. They don't drop to 3-on-3 generally with 2 double coincidental minors.
So offsetting penalties. As Ricard Gronberg, second year as head coach. He won that gold medal last year behind the bench, taking over for Paul Martz, longtime head coach.
Well, this first shot almost dribbled by Riddick. He had openings behind it. And if that's the, like, is that a slash? I don't know if he touched the goaltender, Ekman-Larsson. And then he gets this. It just doesn't seem right that Gudas does all of this and they get the same amount of penalty. But you can 4 for roughing and 2 for slashing if you want.
At least he didn't lick him.
Words out, you're not allowed to do that. The referee's taking a look at this, I think, to see that it did not go in net. They're on the review.
So I don't remember in recent memory, I mean, they have history. They met in the World Final in 2006. Sweden won that 4-0, winning their 8th title.
The puck did not completely cross the goal line. Call on the ice confirmed, no goal.
I don't think we thought it was in at any point.
Well, it did slip over the back of Riddick's foot. Watch here, you get a better look at it. It's kind of dribbling down. Where is it? Where is it? He's falling on it. Sits on it eventually, and then all heck breaks loose in front of him, but yeah.
So they met it for gold in 2006. Sweden won 4-0, claiming their 8th title. Nick Cronwall MVP, by the way, but I don't remember, Mike, this type of bad blood between Sweden and the Czech Republic.
Blood, though, Brian. This is just hockey. This is intense, passionate hockey.
I love it. Just at the international level, you don't see it like this as often as you usually do back, let's say, in the NHL, but they're going after each other.
The referees are letting them.
Zibanejad, oh, drag move, try to go to the forehand. We know the backhand works because Zibanejad tried to pull it to the forehand and go top shelf.
That move is becoming more and more prominent. Kyle Connor last night for Winnipeg. See David Pasternak pull it off all the time. Sell the shot, pull it through your legs, and take it wide.
So 4-on-4 continues. Turnover here. Faksa. Nice job to pick that off. He drives in, working John Klingberg. Faksa still has it. Tried that centering pass. And the puck gets chipped out of the zone. And Nyquist, who started that play that caused that commotion in front of the net, back on the ice. Centering pass in front. Klingberg has it. Waits. Klingberg fires, and that's off a stick and into the corner. Good chance for John Klingberg. He had a nice look in the slot.
There's your answer. What will happen when Fox and Klingberg get together?
Klingberg again nearly had another good chance. As that's moved up ice, Cervenka has it. Dishes it off. Faksa in. Tries to tuck it forehand, and it's stopped in front. Magnus Hellberg closes the door with just over 10 minutes to go in this 3rd period.
That's good work in both ends for Faksa. Takes this pass from Cervenka, and he's trying to fake backhand, pull it back to the middle, and tuck it through the legs of Hellberg. It's a move that works great for right-handers because the stick gets out of the 5-hole. On a lefty, the stick never really loses the 5-hole, and that's what's there to shut it down. Patrick Laine has scored several penalty shot goals with that exact same move, but it is a move better suited to right-handed shots because of the stick placement of the goalie.
Thomas Plekanec out there for the Czech Republic. Jaskin, Nestrasil, as they control, and chipped in by Sklenika. Gustafsson has it for Sweden, tried to fire it around, picked off, centering pass in front. It's still bouncing in front of the crease. That spinning shot is high from Morvacek, and it's out of play for a stoppage, but finally some pressure from the Czech Republic, but they are down by 2. Welcome back to Copenhagen. Copenhagen surrounding area, about 1.3 million people call this beautiful city home. There's actually more bikes than people in these parts, and they have tons of bike trails. They're serious about their biking, and as a pedestrian, look out. You don't want to be jaywalking on a bike path. They'll take you out. Face off to the right of Hellberg, controlled by the Czech. Shot from distance, just goes wide. Right in front, that shot, oh! Nestrasil, what a look! But he fired it wide as Gustafsson picks it up in the far corner and chips it out of the zone. Morvacek has it, sends it up for Jaskin. Jaskin chips it ahead, Plekanec whacking at it. As Thomas Plekanec, and then a big hit delivered by Jaskin. Man, he likes to play a heavy game. Hellberg's out, and he'll swing the puck along the near wall. Plekanec unable to keep it in. It's flipped up back into the Czech zone, and they'll have to try one more time as Nestrasil backs up. Sent cross ice to Plekanec. He's going to fire it in. And the hustle is on from Kubalik as he races in behind the net. Adam Larsson's got to be careful with Kubalik all over him. Janmark to Gustafsson. Janmark gets it, spins, fires it around the ice as Riddick collects it. His turn to wrap it around the boards. Ricard Raquel dangling in the far circle, intercepted. And the Czechs move it up ice, 2-on-2. Backhand by Horak all the way into the corner. Behind the net, centering pass in front and just over the stick of Horak as he was trying to create offensively. Just over 8 minutes to play, and the Czechs desperate for a goal, down by 2. Cervenka. Puck on his stick as he moves it up ice. Hronek, the goal scorer, in front as he tried to get Cervenka backdoor. Hops right over to John Klingberg, who has it in the corner. Klingberg neatly plays it around to Backlund as Backlund gets it into neutral ice. Carried back in by the Czechs. Backs up. Battling behind the net. In front of the slot. Kick save again. What a chance for Heika. Kicked aside by Hellberg. Hellberg having a game. Not as busy in the first 20 minutes, but he has been solid the rest of this hockey game. Quick shot, glove down as the speed of Michael Backlund. He came in as that was flame on flame. Maybe Riddick has the book on him.
Good chance in the slot for Heika. A rare breakdown between Klingberg and Hampus Lindholm. Lindholm doesn't get his stick in the passing lane. Heika pops out, tries to get it 5-hole, not able to. As he's falling back, you want to try to elevate that puck. Thomas Heika not able to do it. Magnus Hellberg turns him aside.
Well, I'm not going to be able to say it as good as the in-house announcer, but it's totally sold out in the building. It is a sellout, just under 13,000, so a great crowd. That shot from distance from Mechanics high and kept in as Gudis wraps it back in. Anytime Sweden plays, it's like a home game. As Malmo about 25-minute train ride away. Great crowds when Sweden is playing, so obviously the organizers, they knew what they were doing, having Sweden play in this group. Battle continues on the near wall. Ricard Raquel has the puck. Drag move. Oh, he was cutting in and was hauled down, and no call on the play as it continues. Puck is swung back to the near wall. Sweden changing behind the play, and Mika Zibanejad has it in neutral ice area. Back to Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Ekman-Larsson up to Päijärvi. Päijärvi rattles it along the boards. Kept in for Johan Larsson. Päijärvi back up top. Shot, and that didn't get through. It was knocked down in front as Adam Larsson let it go. Czechs desperate to get out of their zone, and they will. Repik over the blue line, long shot fluttering, no problem. Hellberg's going to stop that for a face-off in the Swedish zone.
The Czech Republic being held the shots from outside, and that last hike opportunity in the slot. Sweden doing a very nice job collapsing in and around the net. Jandach got to know that he's got to get his guys to the front of the net, inside the defense, and pucks down on the net, find a way to score there. And also be mindful, they need two. Keep an eye on David Riddick. 6 minutes left in the game. 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes. You start thinking about when you want your goalie to come out of the net.
Jovis Janic, head coach, actually going to leave the Czech Republic program and go coach in Magnitogorsk in the KHL next season for Metalurg. Dave King, one of the first coaches ever to come over from North America and coach in the KHL. Back when Evgeny Malkin was just a young man. High draft pick, obviously, for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Played a year in his home city. Coached by King. Sweden leading 3-1 over the Czech Republic. Welcome back to Royal Arena. A 3-1 advantage for Sweden. Mika Zibanejad, a beautiful goal with the backhand. He also scored the clinching goal, the game-winning at the World Junior Hockey Championship in 2012. That was over Russia. So obviously a lot of great experience internationally for Sweden. And same goes for this guy, Thomas Mechanics. His 11th World Championship. He loves coming over and representing his country. Over 65 career games and counting at the World for Mechanic. As that pass stretched up ice, Nestrasal's on it. Shot didn't get through, backhand, and Marvachik has to reset with Ratko Gudis. Gudis fires it in, Mechanic tipped that. As Sweden now protecting their 2-goal lead, Janmark tries that backhand up ice, just trying to protect this lead as Ricard Raquel takes a physical body check on the far wall right in front of the Czechs bench, and he wants to change up, so he'll go to the correct bench. Change off. Michael Repik into the corner for the Czechs. Situation getting critical in this hockey game. Repik continues to battle, chasing after the puck. Hronik can't keep it in. And Sweden, the chip and chase is on as Päijärvi giving chase. 2010, played in this championship as a 19-year-old, and play is whistled down. We got a penalty, a trip.
Magnus Pajärvi is such a good skater, you don't need to reach, not at this point in the game, not at that spot on the ice.
Number 91, today's penalty for tripping.
He's an excellent skater, as is Sulak, but Sulak's got body position. If you keep moving your feet off the ice, you'll never take that penalty.
2010, he played in this championship as a 19-year-old, and he led Sweden in scoring. Was the youngest player to represent Sweden too at the World Juniors, 16 years, 8 months. Won a bronze that year as well, but now in the box, John Klingberg spinning away from his man. And a key penalty kill now for Sweden, up by 2 in the final 5 minutes of this third period. Filip Hronek starting things up for the Czech Republic, turned over, and Johan Larsson on the move up front in a penalty killing situation here for the Swedes. Radek Faksa moves it up ice as Haika brings it in. Haika spins back up to the point. That shot didn't get through as Hronek, you know he can rip it. Another shot, scores! We just talked about it. Haika, he loads up and he brings the Czechs within 1.
The Czechs finally get it sorted out and enter the zone possession. First off, Hronek drives right into Radek Faksa's hands. He tracks it down, kicks it back to Haika, and he throws that rolling puck past Hellberg. The puck spinning like a top, tough to read, and knuckling around. Hellberg sliding right, it's going left. And pretty simple stuff on both goals for the Czech Republic. Get it back to the point, bombs away, and take your chances. And Thomas Haika gets the Czechs back within 1.
And half of this sold-out crowd pretty happy, dancing as Thomas Haika, 6th round pick of the Kings back in 2012 in his 2nd consecutive Worlds, pulling his nation within 1.
That's late game heroics by the Czechs already in this tournament.
Well, you know, somewhere that's Netjas, the young teenager watching, he was a difference maker in the last game as the Czechs came back and won in overtime. Netjas injured, he scored with about 10 seconds remaining to tie it up for the Czech Republic, and then he went hard into the boards in OT. He actually brought the stretcher out. He didn't need it though. He got up on his own power and actually sat on the bench and then celebrated with his teammates. They could use him in this hockey game. Adrian Kempe hasn't seen a lot of ice time, but he's on the ice in the final stages of this hockey game. Brought in by Gustav Nyquist over the blue line, knocked off the puck. Trying to cut through traffic and knocked off the puck was Horak. Up to Kempe. Kempe will chip it in deep.
Kempe out there in place of Pettersson late in the game, not putting the youngster out there. Another young player, Kempe, but a little more reliable, stronger on the puck than Elias Pettersson would be.
Nyquist. Gustav Nyquist tried to cut in, gets hauled down. Nyquist continues to battle behind the net. Fans whistling for a penalty as Jordan starts the play up ice for the Czech Republic. As the Czechs changing behind the play, and Polishik tried to spin and get it deep, can't, and it's flipped all the way down the ice. And Libor Sulak back to play. He advances it up quickly, but just as quick was Johan Larsson to get on that puck. Larsson and Adam Larsson both out on the ice. Trying to defend is Cervenka. Back up to the point. Swung across quickly. Hronek waits. And we'll keep an eye on the netminder as Hronek works it down low, and a bouncing puck behind the net. And at some point, you know that David Redick will come out of the net for the extra attacker with 2 minutes, 6 seconds remaining. Hronek dishes it off. The Czechs changing. Moravcic will try to fire it in, and they want the face-off to come outside of the Swedish zone.
Czech trying to put on the pressure now that they're within 1 due to this Thomas Haika goal. When a shot goes down to the net and it's blocked, it's hard for the defense of the penalty kill to recover because everyone's drawn towards the puck. They lose their shot lanes, and that opens up other opportunities that Haika takes advantage of. puts one past Hellberg.
So the Swedes, 27 shots in the game, 9 in the first period, 9 in the second period, and 9 in the third period. Yes. And I was awful at math, and I figured that out all on my own. So, 2 minutes, 1 second remaining. Third period, Czech Republic down by 1. They came back against Slovakia. Can they do it here against Sweden? It's been an entertaining hockey game, and both sides well represented when it comes to their fan bases as Klingberg wraps it along the boards. Gudas trying to keep it in, he can't. Nestrasil has the puck, and they'll retreat back into their own zone. We'll keep an eye out for Riddick to go to the bench as Nestrasil behind his own net. Starts the play up ice. Ratko Gudas fires it in right on point. Hellberg wanted to play it as he gloved it down in a quick whistle, so the face-off to come in the Swedish zone, and you can bet that Riddick will be going to the bench.
I think he just waved them off. I think they want to see if they have control. Wait to see the result of the face-off before taking Riddick out. Hellberg wants to play this. He delays just a bit. You know the referees want to be quick with their whistles to avoid any scrums, any extracurricular stuff, so they don't let him blow it down. And the face-off comes outside because one Czech player had gone across the line just before the dump-in, which factors into the Riddick staying in the net decision as well.
They're having a good time. Fans of all ages. Fantastic crowd at Royal Arena. And a finish to come here, and it has been a great hockey game as Hellberg chips it along the boards to the near corner. Riddick still in the net. Now he's creeping towards the bench, and he is gone. And bad timing as Riddick, almost too many men on the ice as Riddick had to stop and play the puck. And now the extra attacker is out. Quite the scene, and a chance. Hronek fires! Rebound available. Hronek back at it as he collects the puck. Back up to the point. Slipped across for Haika. Sulak. Sulak has it. Trying to create. 48 seconds. Sulak fires right in the crest and pushing and shoving again. Over Ekman-Larsson getting a mittful right in the face as Hellberg made the stop.
Jaskin again, bending Ekman-Larsson over the back of the net. It's Faksa in there. And any wrister you get down to the front of the net's not a bad play. You have numbers. Everyone grabbing on Faksa. I don't blame him for pushing back one bit. There you see the post crossbar connection into the back of Ekman-Larsson.
He got double Larson. You had Adam there, and then...
Well, listen, if you're going to grab me from behind, I'm pushing and get myself free. That's not on Fox at all. Adam Larson starts it. Actually pushes a bit harder than that. I can't imagine any penalties will come of it, but a timeout will for the Czech Republic. And there, Vinny Prospel, long-time point-producing NHLer. He's got the whiteboard, diagramming out his strategies. They just went over this yesterday in the exact same situation, down by 1, dying moments, and he's coaching hard. Ricard Bromberg not even involved at all in the conversation with his team. He's stoically sitting in the middle of the bench, where Johan Garpenlov is down talking to his 5-man defensive unit. Looking to kill off the final 46 seconds.
And we're not done. We got a triple header, one more game to come from Group A here in Copenhagen, Royal Arena. It'll be Slovakia and Switzerland. But first, an exciting conclusion to come from this hockey game. So timeout concluded. Face-off in the Swedish zone to the right of Magnus Hellberg. Beat twice in this hockey game, the first 2 goals that he's allowed. Radek Faksa, a big-time draw for the Czech Republic. And once again, always problems in the face-off circle, and look who Mika Zibanejad, he is chirping one more time.
Yeah, they got 2 centermen out there wisely.
So now it's Johan Larsson to take the draw, controlled by the Czechs. Right back to Sulak, who works it to the far corner. Sulak gets it back, sends it across for Haika. Haika. Sulak, shot. Stravenka let that go. Sulak loads up, deflected high, and out of play as Stravenka had a pretty good look, and then Sulak also let it fly.
it's going to be very difficult to get a puck down on the net. There are so many bodies in front. Take a look at Sulak's trying to navigate. Are you kidding me? There's 7 bodies between him and the net. Everyone desperate to try to get a piece of it. You're going to have to go side to side. If it's a slow development play, too many shot blockers get in the way.
So another key face-off. Paksa lining up, and now it's his turn to get waved out of the face-off circle. So the veteran Cervenka, he draws in. And again, a nice win from the Czechs. Paksa has it with 22 seconds remaining as Paksa drives behind the net. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, a nice job. Empty net and just whistled wide. And they'll touch it up quickly.
Now, I said yesterday the percentage play is to go for the empty net. That's if there's more than 30 seconds left. At the tail end of a game like this for Mika Zibanejad, soft chip into the offensive zone, this game's over. So he ices it. Now he's the one who's got to dig in on the faceoff to make sure nothing comes of that.
The Czechs call upon Radek Paksa one more time. Zibanejad one more time, waved out of the circle, and one more time. Johan Larsson comes in, the Trey Kroner. The fans in the building, they're loud. High shot whistled wide from Sklenika. Scramble. Puck comes to the near circle. Again, fired down the ice, and that'll miss. And one more time. Icing with 4.2 seconds remaining in another critical faceoff.
Ricard Raquel, same message applies. Full possession. I think he might be thinking there's so little time left, even if he ices it, it doesn't matter, but still 4 seconds, plenty of time for a win, one pass and a shot. Now the Czech Republic are tripling up inside, 3 forwards on the inside hash mark, trying to draw it back on the backhand. Shooter Hronek and a shooter in Cervenka.
4 seconds remaining. David Riddick on the bench. Extra attacker out. Paksa, a big draw. Kick it back. Cervenka, one-time shot, and play whistle down.
Because Radek Paksa went NHL style. He kicked that puck. We talked about the different rule. You're not allowed to use your feet. And so Paksa digs in and uses his feet for the win. Ties up the stick, pulls it out with the skates. You can use the skates once it hits your blades, but you can't go the primary point of contact be your blade. He's trying to suggest, look, it hit my stick, it did not. Good call by the linesman. He bang on correct. I'll have to reset, do it over again. That's the play they wanted though. Right to Cervenka, over to Hronek. Can they do it again?
Here we go, one more time at Royal Arena. One last chance for the Czechs. This time though, the face-off controlled. Fired down the ice and game over. Sweden hangs on for an entertaining 3-2 win over the Czech Republic. Sweden still undefeated, and full marks to the Czechs for a great battle. We got one more game tonight, Slovakia and Switzerland.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best players of each team will be awarded with the official watch from Tissot, official timekeeper of the 2018 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship. And the prizes will be presented by His Royal Highness Crown Prince Frederik of Denmark. And best player of the Czech Republic is number 39, David Rittich. And the best player of Team Sweden, player number 67, Ricard Raquel. Please rise for the national anthem of Sweden. The 2018 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship will continue in Royal Arena today at 8:15 with a game between Slovakia and Finland. We thank you for the time today and time down to remember all your belongings as you exit Royal Arena. We hope to see you soon. We thank you for an exciting game and kindly ask you to remember all your belongings as you exit Royal Arena. We hope to see you soon.
Mika, the top line now has 6 goals. What makes all of you so dangerous?
I think we talk a lot in the locker room, on the bench, and we find each other somehow, and the chemistry is really growing.
It seems as though the Czech Republic likes to play physical. Does that become a bit of a distraction for the team?
No, I think we lost some of the momentum in the second for you know, with their power plays and whatnot, and a little bit, you know, out of rhythm. But I think we stood up and answered pretty good, and good that we got the win.
With defensemen as good as you have on your team, how much easier does it make the game for forwards?
You know, we got to make sure that we're available out there, and we're trying to make it easier on them as well. So it's a lot of fun to play with them.
Well, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thomas, it seemed as though you guys came out more on fire in the second period. What was said?
Well, I think the first period, you know, the beginning of the game, we didn't play the way we wanted, and you know, they scored 2 goals, and you know, it's hard to play against this team, you know, when you're down 2-0.
The team doesn't seem to ever give up. On your second goal, was that a planned play?
Well, you know, we were pushing the pace, you know, in the middle of the second period, and I think we deserved the goal. But I mean, it's as I said, you know, it's kind of hard to when you're 2-0 down against this team. But we showed again that we never give up, and I think, you know, it can help us for the other games, you know, bring confidence. And I believe we have a really good group of guys, and I believe that we're gonna make something happen.
Well, best of luck.
Thank you.
It's not about the blade. It's the shaving gel that matters. Nivea Men Ultra Glide Technology. For an ultra-close shave without irritating your skin. Nivea Men, the art of shaving. Introducing the 2018 IIHF app. Player statistics.